I can remember the first time I quit my job in 2009. It took me 30 days to do so because I was so scared. I didn't have anyone else that was quitting their job and talking about it proudly like we do today. And I didn't have another job, I didn't have a plan B. But I got so burnt out by feeling like a cog in the machine. You know, when they say you're dating someone and you shouldn't put them on a pedestal. Don't put people on a pedestal, because what ends up happening is the people on the pedestal start looking at you as someone beneath them. And I feel like that's what I did with this job. I gave everything to this job, and this job seemed to take all the things that I truly cared about. My autonomy, telling me when I need to go on break, when I need to take a lunch, when I have to be at work, when I need to leave work. My freedom, telling me my wage in exchange for the work that I did. And I thought it was the actual task that I had to complete. And I worked in the corporate environment as a call center person for over 10 years. And I was the face of the company. I was the one that would pull up accounts, answer questions, and provide high level customer service to people and get solutions to their answers or get them to the person that could. And when I tell you, I thought it was this work. This work itself is the problem. Not realizing what it was is the environment. The fact that the whole day I sat in a cubicle with gray walls, and they would put the cubicles so people wouldn't talk to anyone. No community. These gray walls were just so depressive, to say the least. And you had a headphone on and a headset, and all you had to do was stare at the screen and read the script and be able to maneuver people when they had complaints. You couldn't just be straight up with people because there's this corporate image you had to put on. So I had to be a false sense of myself through most of my day. I couldn't just be honest and authentic. And that wore me down and burned me out. But I didn't have anyone else that I could look to or feel encouraged by with the idea of me quitting my job without having another job, because the American dream says you need to work. You need to work. Hustle culture. So I would call in sick, and then I would make myself feel really bad with anxiety until finally I just said, I'm not coming back. Yeah. Resignation immediately. And I didn't have a job, you know? And at that time in 2009, the internet wasn't quite where it wasn't quite full information on how can you start to freelance, how can you start to create income for yourself, how do you build a business. I am a 9 to 5 lifer, employee, and now I'm trying to start a small business and learn how to be an entrepreneur. And that curve was so hard, and for a long time I couldn't figure out how to do it until recently, when I left my last 9 to 5 job and I started my own virtual assistant business, freelancing. And the kind of work that I'm doing? The same work I used to do for the last 10 years. But this time, I get to work from home. I have full autonomy in my time. I get to serve with the skills I have, and I am compensated fairly. And with that autonomy and freedom that I have, I also have that responsibility to be able to set myself up so that I can take care of myself. Things like healthcare and insurance and all those things. And although I'm still learning the skills of an entrepreneur, still a part of this entrepreneur or this system that requires one way or the other that you must work to take care of yourself, to live. At least now I have a little more autonomy and freedom and flexibility with the way that I work and how I choose to live. So I'm grateful, and I'll continue to learn. And my ultimate goal is to be in a country, to move to a country, to finally say bye-bye to the American dream and find a country that values community, that values rest as much as work, make sure the work is meaningful, and it values family and spending time in nature and enjoying yourself. So these are my thoughts. Have you ever thought about quitting a job without having a job? And if you've done it, what was your experience on the next steps after that? Leave your comments below. Bye.